Okay, cool. There we go. One last thing. Okay. Even though I can't see myself on the computer, I think we're good. Okay, so for those that don't know me, my name's Angie Normand, and I am a double diamond with It Works Global. I'm one of the leaders. And today we are going to try to give you as much information as we can without overwhelming you to get you guys going in your business. A little bit backstory about me for those that don't know. I've been in the business for almost 4 years, and I joined because there came a point when I realized I didn't want to spend all my hours in a law school library and the classroom and miss my daughter's first year of kindergarten. Ultimately, my original life goal plan was to become a top attorney and then eventually go into public office. And then having kids has a way of changing your why and the reason why you want to do things in life. So that's why I joined the business, and I haven't looked back ever since. In the last 4 years, I have probably done everything you're not supposed to do in this business. And so my ultimate goal and Joy's goal is to help you guys get started without having to make all those same mistakes. But I promise you, like, you're going to make mistakes. It's going to be okay. And that's the best way to learn. Joy, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Oh, man, I'm eating. I'm used to you talking longer. Okay, hold on. Sorry, totally pregnant and I haven't had lunch. So my name's Joy. I'm a triple diamond, Joy Gillard. I'm a triple diamond from Washington State. My enroller is Brianna Swindle. So she's our ambassador diamond. And I joined this business kind of on a fluke. I had a lot of, I was very skeptical. I was that girl that had every single excuse in the books not to work this business. I just had made up my mind of what this business was. I never thought it was a scam or anything, but I just thought it was like party based. I thought I had to go do all this stuff and all the time. And I was very busy. I was a single mom of 4 kids and working 2 full-time jobs. I was in school when I was about to have my 4th baby. And now I'm about to have my 5th baby. This is what I do. Anyways, 5th and final. Anyways, but it was just a really crazy time in my life. And I was in the middle of losing my house, my car. I was on food stamps. I was just going through it, right? And I never really wanted to go be all crazy and rank up in the company or anything. I just didn't know how, and I didn't really care to do it. But I did join because I wanted a discount on the wraps. I wanted to be able to use them after the baby. And I wanted to be able to make around 300 to, 600 was going to be like amazing if I could make 600 with this business for my car payment, so I wouldn't lose my minivan at the time. And so it just turned into so much more, you guys. Like, it was never like I just joined and went triple diamond. It was just always like little goal by little goal. You hit one goal and you're like, well, shoot, like I might as well go diamond now. And you hit another goal and you just keep going. So when you guys hear, leaders checking things off their dream board and signing all these people and all this crazy stuff, it's very inspiring. It is the truth and it's super amazing. But just know that everyone starts somewhere. I mean, my first check was $8 and it's not $8 anymore. So everyone starts somewhere. So just keep going. And that's why I wanted to team up with Angie. She's one of my best friends. We are not on the same team. We're on totally different teams. So that's another thing that's so amazing about this business is you will meet some of the most amazing people. And it's so awesome to just have positive, like-minded, good friends in your circle. There's a quote that says, you are like the 5 people that you hang around with. So, if you guys get those haters or those negative comments or stuff like that, like, just brush it off in love and just know that every single one of us has gone through that too. But we're a team. We're a team on this team. Does that make sense? Like, we're here for you. And, we want to be that positive influence and that positive impact in your guys' life and teach you guys, we started in the same exact spot and we're real people. We're real moms with real messes. and real kids and everything. And you guys can do this too. So I'm super pumped. This is going to be a lot of information today. We're going to try to stick to an hour. If it goes a little bit over, we are recording. And we'll make sure you guys get the recording. We'll post the recording in all of the threads that this was posted in. So look for the recording afterwards in the comments below, because this is going to be really good. It's going to be a lot of information, but don't be overwhelmed. We're here for you 110%. So if you guys have questions or anything like that after the Zoom, we'll be here for you guys. And yeah, we're really excited to dive in.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so let's get started. To start off, we're going to go over just some main office or back office in your eSuite. I will tell you guys right now that you are not going to need to know everything in your back office right away. So don't get overwhelmed on what all of these things mean. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see firsthand. I'm a very visual person, so if you're a visual person, this will help you out. So give me a second. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now. So all of you guys have a back office. It's called eSuite. You can access it by going to eSuite.myitworks.com. And then to log in, you are going to simply use the user ID number that you were given when you signed up. If you enrolled yourself through your sponsor's website, it should have been given to you right at the end. If your sponsor enrolled you, then hopefully they sent you a screenshot or they sent you the number. And if you're not sure what it is, simply reach out to your sponsor and they can get that information for you. And then, of course, the password, whatever you created, or whatever your sponsor created, so that you can log in. Now, right away, it's going to bring you to the orders section. This is where you can place separate orders for your own personal stuff if you would like to. Down here at the bottom, you can do apparel, like we have super cute clothes and everything that you would need to market your business, blitz cards, all of that fun stuff. Now, if you want to order, let's see here, which one is it underneath? Okay, so yeah. Biz tools and then view all. If you want to order like a decal for the back of your car or magnets or anything customized, click view all, and then this customize it right here will take you to a separate website where you can get that stuff ordered. Now, I'm going to put this out here, like, you are in this business to make money, so don't be like, oh my gosh, I have to get all this stuff. Don't spend money that you don't have. I personally didn't get my first shirt until I was 3 months in the business, and then I wore that single shirt almost every single day for like 4 months, 5 months before I finally invested in some more gear. So don't stress about that stuff. You guys are like have an advantage because you are going to be earning a $100 shopping spree this month, and you can actually use that towards anything that's in your back office, whether it be products for you to use, shirts, decals, magnets, anything you can use that $100 towards. Okay, so then, the first thing, if you haven't logged into eSuite yet, then it will prompt you to do tax info. All it's doing is verifying your information because you are getting a 1099, but It Works Global is required to report all your earnings to the government. And so that's the reason why you guys need to verify. This way they know for sure that there wasn't any typos, because sometimes stuff happens. Let's see.
Angie, can I say something?
Yep, go for it.
So let's see. Sorry. Okay, with the tax information, if you haven't filled that out, you're going to be on commission hold. And what that means is if you signed any distributors yourself off that $10 sale, you will not earn the $200 bonuses off them when they get their shopping spree. You won't get commissions, nothing, until you answer that tax information. So it will not move forward until you verify your identity, etc. So when you log in, it's at the very top. It's not going to necessarily pop up. It usually does the first time, but if you ignore it, then the second time forward, you're going to remain on commission hold. So At the very, very top of eSuite, it's in big red letters, and you need to click on those letters. And it's super easy. It's just like, is your name Joy Gillard? Is your address blah, blah, blah? Do you live in Washington? Okay, confirm this is correct. And you hit yes on your settings, and then it goes away, and then you're off commission hold. So super, super duper easy.
Yes, perfect. Thank you, because I've honestly never seen it. So I was like, I don't know. I just know you're supposed to do this. Okay, so now let's see here. So we're going to go into this more later, but you can enroll new customers by clicking this button right here. Come on, computer. And then you can do retail, loyal customer, distributor. We're going to get more into that later. And then this commissions tab up here at the top, this is where you check what your commissions are going to be. They give us a preview around the 8th of every month. I promise you'll know when it's available because it's posted everywhere. And then we're paid on the 15th of every month for the previous month's commission work. So if you just joined, like, don't stress out. Like, you probably won't be getting a paycheck for the month of June, but everything that you do in July, all of the customers that order from you, all the distributors that sign up and then have customers order from them, that commission, you will be paid out on July 15th. And then we, of course, have the weekly Fast Start bonuses that we'll talk more about later. Okay, next we have our document library. This is an awesome tool for you to be able to find out information about everything that we have about the business. There is a policies and procedures, policies and regulations. If you are one of those personalities that wants every single detail, that'll be your best friend. I'm not one of those people. I joined this business because I heard I could make money and I heard it was fun, and I said, okay, let's go, and here I am today. I know other people, they like to know all the nitty-gritty stuff. I don't know that stuff. If I need an answer to something, I just know where to find it. If you are looking into, if somebody asks something about a product and you want more information, just example, hair, skin, nails, it pops right up. This is the product info sheet. You download it, and it's going to give you the ingredients list. It's going to give you a brief summary of what it does. It's going to give you common questions that people ask with answers. It's full of information, so you can do that. Auto ship, or no, Joy's going to talk about, or yeah, Joy, go ahead. So next is auto shipments. And Joy, you want to go for that?
Yes, I'm trying to get the charger undone off my phone so I can scan.
I have a question.
What's up?
I forgot. Sorry. For when you're like logging into your account and say that you get people to sign up and they get their own business, do you get like a commission off of that?
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
You don't make a commission just because somebody signs up. But once they start helping customers and distributors and there's volume involved, then yes, you get money from that.
I really like this question because it really, the answer to that is our business, if it works, is unlike other businesses. So a lot of other businesses, a lot of reason why people will say it's a scam, stuff like that, is because other company layouts are usually like, oh, you just go recruit all these people and make all this money. But in this business, we don't make anything off of recruiting distributors. Until we help our new distributors be successful and hit their goals, we don't make an income. So our motto with It Works is one team, one mission. So we work as a unit, we work as a team. The more people you help hit their goals, it bunks you up, and then you'll hit your goal. And so we'll get into that with Fast Start bonuses and charting in a little bit.
Okay.
Once they do that, once they do start ranking up and you're ranking up, yes, you do make a commission off of your team sales as well. Okay, so I'm going to, right, you're so welcome. I love that question. And we will also, you guys, if you guys have any questions, just try to save them for the end so that we can answer them all at the same time. And if we run out of time, you guys can post them in the comments below any of the thread that you saw this on, and Angie and I will answer them as well. Okay, so also with the auto shipments, I want to talk about this for a minute because this is usually a huge hesitation, for distributors of maybe not wanting to continue to work the business once they find out there's an auto ship. I'm going to explain what the auto shipment is and I'm going to explain the ways around it. The first thing I do want to say before moving forward is it is optional, okay? So it's not something you have to commit to. I saw some crazy lady with viral posts going around, and some of my potentials didn't even join my team because of this stupid lady posting a very uneducated post. I don't know if anyone saw that. It was all viral all over Facebook saying that we're committed to doing this auto shipment. I told her about it, and that's honestly just a BS because it's completely not true. There is an auto shipment, and I'm going to tell you why it's super important that you try your very hardest to run your auto shipment, but it's not going to determine whether you are successful or whether you fail in this business. And I'm also going to tell you some ways around it. So with the auto shipment, and it's, I almost wish we would have waited to get into this though, because they don't really know what BV is, but just so that you know, we'll get into abbreviations in a little bit. Angie's going to break some down, and so am I, of like what DT, LC, BV, PBV, CQ, like all that stuff. If you guys have seen that on the apps or in the back office, we're going to tell you what that means. We kind of have our own language, so it's really funny. But anyway, with the auto shipment, basically, you know, here's the thing. We sell health and wellness products, and so it's going to be hard for us, not hard for us. I'm going to take that back. It's going to be better for us if you have your own personal testimony of using the product. So I know for me, when I started the business, I never used the products before. I had no clue we had more than wraps. So when I joined and logged into eSuite, I was like, are you kidding me? We have more than wraps. So cool. And so for me, I was kind of skeptical too. I was like, what can I use? What can I use? Blah, blah, blah. And so the auto shipment, what it is a way for you to kill two birds with one stone. We do not have quotas in this business. You don't have to maintain a certain quota to remain your independent distributorship. So that is something I want everyone to know, because a lot of companies, if you don't hit like, you know, 250 in sales or whatever, like you lose your discount and you have to start all over. It's just a total joke. There's a few other health and wellness companies. You have to hit $2,000 in your own personal sales. It can't be between you and your team in your 30 days, or you don't even get the discount. Like, it's just awful. Like, our business is not like that. You join, $99, you're in, you pay as much or as little as you want, and your check is your effort. And so we don't have quotas, which is amazing. Everyone starts out, every single distributor starts out with the full 40% off discount, same as a loyal customer would get. And you don't have to do anything every month to maintain that discount. So just so that you guys know, in case you're coming from a different company or you've heard different things, I just wanted to get that out of the way. And then also, we do have one thing that you'll want to do in order to get that monthly check that Angie was talking about. Angie, will you add to your notes at some point that we need to go over the different ways that we get paid? I know that you kind of already did, but I'm not sure if you had that written down. So we get paid multiple different ways, and Angie will get onto that in a second. But one of the main ways is going to be your monthly paycheck. And that, honestly, I was trying to type it out in the comments, but then when she had me jump on, I was like, I'll just tell them. Your monthly commissions are going to suck in the beginning. I'm just warning you. So don't be like, oh, I'm going to quit my business. I worked all month long and like my check was only, you know, between $40 and $300, depending on your work ethic. Your monthly check in the beginning is, you're building it. It is residual income. If you guys don't know what residual income is, just go Google it. It is a powerful, powerful thing. For example, my first year in the business, I'm not getting off on a rabbit trail, NJ, I promise. This all ties into the auto shipment. My first year in the business, I went triple diamond. So a triple diamond makes an average of $10,000 a month. But my first check with triple was closer to 13. So you can make a higher average, you can make a lower average. It just depends on how hard you're working. And so I know for me, it was incredibly life-changing, right? And so, but in the beginning, my checks were like $8 in my first check. My second check was $60. My third check was like $100. But then once I went Ruby, then it was like $350, $400. I mean, it honestly depends. It really depends on what your team was doing. And then honestly, it wasn't like all amazing on the monthly check until I went diamond. Diamond unlocks the compensation plan. We're not going to get into that right now. There's lots of YouTube videos about what being a diamond with It Works will do for you. You guys, YouTube is going to be your best friend. Just make sure that when you're watching the YouTube videos that you're getting it from a very educated leader. And the way that I find the best YouTube videos is when I have a question like, what is a loyal customer? Or, you know, how do I chart? How do I go up in rank? Blah, blah, blah. There's really good stuff in the team pages. I would just ask your upline directly, or me or Angie, for the best videos. But and Angie's going to go over some leaders to follow too at the end that have the best YouTube channels. But anyway, the best way to find the most thorough YouTube videos is to look at how many views it has and how many likes it has, because then you'll know. Or if it says in the title like what the person's rank is, I would say like diamond and above is really the only YouTube videos that I'm going to watch. I'm not going to listen to, you know, someone that just started that might know, they might know what they're talking about. It doesn't mean that you can't train people if you just started. That's not what I'm saying. But make sure if you want to be successful, do what successful people do. So that's a little side note. Anyways, you guys, so did you see what I was talking about on the monthly income? It was growing over time, and it was an investment of my time and my effort ranking up in the company. And, you know, and this is a business, and so that takes time. You guys might go faster than me. You might go slower. Who knows? And I've stayed at Triple for the last 2 years, and I'm just now finally about to go presidential. So everybody's journey is different. Never compare yourself. But if you want to make money, just really start being a sponge and just really learning. Don't get overwhelmed. Continue to, you know, I have this little notebook. I still watch videos almost honestly, every single day. I'm watching a video, or I forgot how that works, and then I look it up. So don't feel like you're alone in this business. We are all the same. So with that said, the way that you're going to get that monthly paycheck, actually, also your fast start bonuses, any money that comes from It Works that's not wrap cash, the way that you guys are going to get that is by being what we call commission qualified. So we don't have quotas, but if you want your check, like, the company's not just going to give you a check for sitting on your butt. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would lose out on a lot of money. So you've got to like actually put in effort to show them, hey, give them my money. So the way that we do that is by two different ways. You have to be commission qualified, and you can do that by either hitting a certain sales point yourself, like a certain amount of sales, or by running your auto shipment. So the auto shipment is your whole first month you have a free pass. So if you guys just joined, you're commission qualified for 30 days, which means if you earn any of those bonuses in the next 30 days by helping your team members and stuff like that, it will trigger, as long as you have your 2 loyal customers and you're fast start qualified. Angie will get into that in a minute. It will trigger to you even if you don't end up hitting your sales, your $150 in sales to be commission qualified, or if you don't run your auto shipment in the next couple weeks, you'll still earn things from them if you hit those, because you have a free pass your first month. You're automatically commission qualified. So that's super awesome to know, because I tell my distributors all the time, when you join, your check is going to be, you know, an investment of your time and your work ethic and your effort. However, your bread and butter money, that money that's going to put food on your table, fill your gas tank, take, you know, your husband on a date, whatever, your wife on a date, get you that diaper money, is going to be wrap cash by selling wraps offhand and earning fast start bonuses. So the way that you're going to get money from It Works is by being commission qualified, and you can run your auto shipment for a minimum of 80 BV. So that's just product that you want for yourself, or maybe product that you're gifting to a family member or something. Never, ever, ever, ever let anyone use their card on your back office. They will shut you down. Don't ever do that. Like, it has to be your card on your back office, okay? So don't do anything sketchy. You have to run your auto shipment on your card with your money if you're choosing to run an auto shipment. But what it does is, if you have at least 80 BV is just, it's like a point system that we have. It's pretty much equal to the American dollar, but some things are a little bit less BV. We don't get paid off the dollar amount, just so that you guys know, on the products. We get paid off of the BV. So if it says, you know, 25 BV is attached to Confianza, then you're going to get a commission off of the 25 BV. But like I said, most of our products are equal in the dollar amount to the BV. There's very few that are less, because it costs the company like more money to make a green chew that has blueberries in it and antioxidants than it does for them to make confianza or greens. You know what I'm saying? The wraps, it costs them more to make the wraps because of the imported oils in them and stuff like that than it does, you know, something else. So anyway, guys can play around on that order tab. It's going to be your best friend. I go in there all the time and I'm like, what was the BV again? And I click on it and it'll tell me, you know, this is what it is retail, this is what it is loyal, and this is how much we get paid off the BV. And the BV just equals business volume. That's what that means. And we'll get into that. But your auto shipment, if you want to be commission qualified that way and be a product of the products for your own testimony, your own use of the products, you're going to want to run it for a minimum of 80 BV. I've had girls miss out on their paychecks. I've had girls that are rubies miss out on their whole ruby paycheck. And they're like, Joy, I ran my auto shipment. Yeah, but you didn't run it for 80 BV. There's got to be 80 BV in the auto shipment for you to get your check. Now, if you don't run your auto shipment, which I do suggest that you do because we need to be a product of the product. We need to use it. I'm drinking greens right now. I'm going to go grab an energy from the fridge in a minute. What I do is I just use some of my grocery money is what I do every month. And I still do this to this day, even though I make 6 figures. I don't care. This is what I've done from day one. I take some of my grocery money every month. And instead of going and buying Starbucks or energy drinks, I will get greens and energy from It Works. Instead of, you know, spending a bunch of money on snacks, I'll get like the protein bars or the green chews. And it's way better for me too. And I feel amazing when I'm on them. So I'm more passionate and I'm more real and I'm more excited using the products because people see it in my face. They see it they hear it in my voice. I have a super low thyroid. I'm 29 years old and I have 4.5 babies. I'm cooking one right now. And so when I am pregnant and I have the thyroid issues, I am literally exhausted. I have the worst eczema ever. Just a lot of internal stuff going on. You guys, when I started on greens and probiotics and started using defining gel on my eczema, and ThermoFit too. I can't use that when I'm pregnant, but oh my gosh, like my mental focus, my energy, just everything. So instead of going and buying stuff from the grocery store that is usually full of a bunch of sugar and crap, I would just use that to get my products on my auto shipment. So that's a way to do it as well. Anyways, there's lots of ways to pay for your auto shipment. I actually do have a video that gets more detailed into that I will post in our team page. I'm not sure what all pages that you guys are in, but our team page is Diamond Legends and Dream Bigger. So those are the two pages that, well, our specific page, Angie and I, is Diamond Legends. So that's where we do our contests, our Zooms, our training, any announcements and stuff like that. Dream Bigger is Brianna Swindle, our Ambassador Diamonds team page, and she's amazing too. So if you're not in there and you want to be, just let us know. But anyways, what was I saying? So there's a video that I will post in both of those pages in the next couple days, and it has more tips on ways around the auto shipment. But one of the easiest ways is, well, that grocery store thing that I told you about, just replace it instead of going to, Starbucks or whatever. But also wrap cash. I mean, you're going to get 4 wraps in your kit. You're going to get mini defining gels. You're going to get product in your kit that you can sell offhand. And that's another way we make money as well. So on the Blitz card, it'll say $30 normally, but the Blitz card has a little $5 off thing. It's just a marketing point. Like, we're supposed to technically sell them for $25, but then you would hand them the Blitz card and be like, oh, it's normally $30, but I'll give you a coupon for $5 off. And sometimes if I'm really hustling and I'm broke or whatever, I will sell a 4-pack for, like $10 off or something. You guys can do it however you want. I would never, ever, ever sell a wrap for less than $20 though, because then you're not making anything off of it. Anyways, so that is something that you can do from day one. If you already invested your money in your business kit, then all you got to do is just be in the green from the get-go. And how amazing is that? Your testimony is going to be incredible for your team and for all your skeptics, for you to be like, hey, I paid, for this business kit, and in my first week or my first month, I was already in the green. And so if you were to sell those wraps, those 4 wraps that come in your kit for $25 each, that's going to be $100. And that's more than enough to cover your 80 BV auto shipment. So that's what I personally suggest doing. It's what I tell all my girls to do. And then that way you're just using that. Sorry, I've been training for like 6 days straight, so my voice is like shot. That way from the get-go, you're in the green, and you're just reusing that every single month. You sell your wraps, you run your auto shipment. You sell your wraps, you run your auto shipment. Use your business to pay for your product for yourself. I use my business to pay for my apparel. I just got this shirt and I sold wraps to get it. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're like on top of it in the beginning of the month, which is right now, it's only the 2nd, there's no reason why you won't be able to sell those wraps or something to run your auto shipment. So what that does is it kills 2 birds with 1 stone when you're commission qualified by auto ship. And then I'll tell you the other way to get commission qualified if you know, something happens and you weren't on top of selling wraps or whatever and you just can't swing it. That's fine. We've all been there. I honestly hardly ran an auto shipment until I was like a Ruby. So anyways, what it does is it absolutely guarantees you commissions. It's like a business insurance. So just like you have renter's insurance, car insurance, stuff like that, your auto shipment gets you your product at a discount, but it also guarantees your commissions, which means no matter what happens in your organization that month, like, you know, somebody quit, someone returned something, whatever, you're guaranteed that commission that you originally worked for and earned. Does that make sense? No one can take that away from you. No matter what happens on your team or with your orders. Not like bad things are going to happen. I'm just saying, like, if someone were to return something, you're still going to get your commission. So that's an amazing thing to do. Auto shipments run on the 25th of every month. So you absolutely have to have your ADBV auto shipment set up to run by the 25th of the month. You can change the date prior to that. Mine already ran this month because we have those chocolate greens and I really want them because I love greens and I want to try them. Anyways, so you guys can change it before then. You can change the, you can go under the settings tab on your eSuite and change up the card that's on your billing profile. If you need to use a different card 1 month, if you need to do a split payment, it'll let you do that under the auto shipment tab. So you would just click on auto shipment and then you can edit from there. Usually the company automatically sets you up for 2 boxes of wraps. So if you guys have not edited that, you can. Personally, what I do is I run my auto shipment every month for 1 box of wraps, which is 54 BB, and then I get 1 item for myself because I do that little trick that I told you guys about selling the 4 wraps for $100. So think about it. You sell the 4 wraps that come in your kit. You got that money, right? Use that to run your auto shipment, but we get our wraps at a discount. So that's the cool part. So when you add the wraps to your auto shipment cart, 1 box, that auto shipment, that box of wraps that you just added is way discounted, you guys. So you still can get another item for yourself like greens or hair, skin, and nails or whatever to equal the ADBV. And then when you get that product, sell those 4 wraps again, and it just paid you back for that auto shipment, and you basically got to pocket that 1 product for yourself for free. So that's what I do. It's just a way that I've done it so that it's not coming out of my family's budget. I use my business to run my business, if that makes sense. Anytime I want gear or some goodies for myself or my family, I just use my business to do it. Or I'll go earn a fast start bonus and do it that way. So yeah, it guarantees your commissions. It's a great thing. Now, again, we have options. In this business, you guys, there is a way around everything. And I'm not talking about anything sketchy. What I'm saying is, you know, don't let one bump in the road or like, you know, you have a bad month or something crazy happens and you just couldn't get those customers or you couldn't fill out your steps to success or whatever. Don't let that determine whether you're successful. Joel Dunn is a Black Diamond. He's the #1 income earner in this entire company. I suggest you follow him. He's hilarious. And he's a guy. Like, that's what I love. He's a guy. And he said that he might go to some people. On the way to Black Diamond, a Black Diamond, if you don't know what that is, it's someone paid so high up in the company that it doesn't even fall on our monthly income chart anymore. Because our titles really only go to ambassador, our ranks. But Black Diamond means that they make so much money that their monthly commissions have to be $100,000 a month for 6 months in a row. Like, you can't even drop $1 below it or you have to start all over. And once you've made $100,000 a month for 6 months in a row, you get the title of Black Diamond. So I can't remember how many we have in the company. Angie, do you know? I think it's like 3 or 4. It's about to be 4.
I know for sure there's 3.
It's about to be 4 because Ronnie Brown just hit #2.
Yes.
So, okay. Anyways, you guys, the Black Diamonds, they all say that they failed forward and they always found a way around everything. So don't let any type of failure determine your success. Let it give you a thicker skin and let it make you be like, okay, like, now I learned that that wasn't the right thing to do. And so now I have that experience to teach my team, and then I'll do it right from here forward. Does that make sense? Like Angie said, we literally screwed up everything. Like, we've screwed up so many things and we're still successful. And I know for me, like, I'm not on food stamps anymore. I'm a single mom to 5 kids and I completely support us and 2 crazy dogs. It's insane. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah, the other way to get commission qualified is by hitting 150 personal sales. We call it PBV, personal business volume. And what PBV means is you're just not moving that volume down to your organization. So Angie will get into that in a minute. But let's say you can't run your, that's fine. The cutoff, which we call the month-end cutoff for the month for your monthly paycheck, is whatever you do in a month, you get paid the next month on the 15th. Does that make sense? And the cutoff to have everything in to generate onto those next month's commissions, we just went through this a couple days ago for month's end, is to get it in. I know for us it's 10 p.m. Pacific time. It's midnight Central time.
Yeah.
Okay. It's basically midnight. So whatever midnight. Yeah. We have to have that in by the end of the month. So you have to be commission qualified by the end of the month by volume if you did not get your ADBV ran by the 25th. So the 150 PB is just 150 BV. So 150 BV worth of products. It can be a combination too. It doesn't all have to come from you. It can come from, like, maybe you order just one thing for yourself, like some greens or some, greens on the go to use for samples, green shoots, whatever. Maybe you ordered yourself, and then you got your 4 loyal customers to get your shopping spree, and that equaled 150 PBV. And you'll see what we're talking about. As you enroll a customer, you'll see your PBV going up. Like, you enroll someone for the system, your PBV is going to be 110, and that's just one order. So I always tell people, like, if you want to get commission qualified by volume because you can't run your auto shipment, go get one loyal customer for the system. It's 110 BV. It's our hottest selling pack to lose weight and have energy, especially through the summer right now. And sell a box of wraps. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be a 150 PBV. So I hope that kind of helped you guys a little bit. But there's absolutely, it is optional. But we personally, like, do tell everybody not to risk it, especially once you start getting a team going. Like, you don't want to risk commissions off of your team, because the only thing that's a little risky with the 150 PBV, so I just suggest keeping an eye on it. If you got to go that route, that's okay if you can't run the auto shipment. But it is so hot here. I just suggest keeping an eye on it, because if someone ever does return anything, it'll take it away from your PBV and it'll drop down. So make sure that you are shooting higher than 150, or you're at least keeping an eye on your on that and keeping in touch with your customers so that doesn't happen. I have seen it happen before. There was a presidential diamond making over $20,000 a month in the company, and he was actually a relative of Mark Pentecost, who was our CEO. And I tell this to my girls because so many people, they don't take the auto shipment seriously. But it's like Bible to us. Like, if you can run it, if you can figure out a way to run it, run it. It shows that you're serious with your business, and your team will do what you do. Okay. So if you're doing it, then your team will do it. And you want your team to be tight and secure and successful. So he did not auto shipment. He was trying to get by on the 150 PBV. I don't know why this guy was doing this. He was a freaking presidential diamond. And he stormed into Mark Pentecost's office, because he lived locally, on preliminary day, which is the day that Angie said that they give you a view ahead of what your commissions will be. It's usually around the 8th that they post preliminary commissions. And he was like, why don't I have a check coming to me on the 15th? And Mark looked it up and was like, you didn't run your auto shipment, and you weren't at 150. And he was like, I should have been at 150. Somebody returned something on the last day of the month, and because he was so busy with his team that day getting everyone's orders in, he didn't catch it, and he missed out on over a $20,000 check. So I'm just saying, in the beginning, if you got it by volume, that's totally fine, but keep an eye on it, okay? Be smart. And then once you do start to get a team and you guys start ranking up, I personally wouldn't risk it. I would run your ADBV auto.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Okay, so just a couple more things to go over in eSuite. So settings, this right here, this has everything about your profile. It has your shipping address, everything you need to do. If you click on website right here, like, I know everyone on my team probably signed up and just used their name as their website, which is it's super easy to remember, totally doable. I, like a month in, branded myself and changed it. So you guys can change it all right here, all your information. That's what the settings is for. The Training Academy This was just released a week ago at Green Carpet. So I'm super excited. It has it like depending on what rank you're at. Once you hit diamond, you get into the leader section. Triple diamond above gets top leaders. So I'll have access to that after this month. And then emerging leaders is for rubies and above, and then newbies is for newbies to rubies. And it has, like, you guys, there's so much information in here, and I'm actually throughout the month probably going to go through and listen or read or get into all of this stuff because I want to know what new people on my team have access to, because this is completely new. It's completely different than what they used to offer before. So whether you're brand new in the business or you've been in a while, I highly suggest going through this. And then the last thing is the reports tab. So now reports, like as you can see, there's a ton of reports in here. You do not need to know all of them right now, but I am going to show you some key ones to have knowledge of right now. And we're going to go through this super quick. So Organization Explorer, what this is it is a list of everything, every customer and distributor that's ever been enrolled in your downline. So it's all right here. You can search for somebody just by typing their name in the tab. You can see what their last orders were. You can see if it's a distributor, you can see if they're commission qualified yet. Now understand, at the first of the month, everyone goes to not being commission qualified. So don't freak out because you're like, oh my gosh, I have my auto ship set up, or I don't understand. As soon as you hit that 150 PBV that Joy talked about, or your auto ship runs, you will get that check mark. So my auto ship is already set up to run. And then when you're fast start qualified, you'll also get a check mark as well. So then the next report that I want to show you guys is, so Tree Viewer is another one that's the same way. You can see the downline. Downline activity, which is somewhere in here. Yep. This one right here. So this is going to show you all orders on your team for this month. So it's a brand new month. It's only the second, so it's not normal not to it's normal not to have much of any orders at this point, but any new customers or distributors are being added to your team will be in here. And then personally enrolled, this is another one for you guys to do. So this still has some of the new distributors I just helped get started in the business. And then, so this is something check daily just in case somebody enrolled in your website and you didn't realize it. Leads. This is something you should check daily. This is, don't be discouraged if you never get anything in here, but sometimes people will just be like, oh, hey, I want more information. Like, I haven't gotten an inquiry since 2015, but I have had people message me through the lead section. So if there's anything, it'll be in here. And then the last one that I want to show you is Steps to Success, which is right here. So what I like about this one is it's going to show you not only, I think it showed you yours too, but it's going to show you your team. And then it's going to show you how many days left they have to get their 4 LCs to get their shopping spree to be fast start qualified. Fast start qualified is getting your first 2 customers so you can unlock being able to, so you can get those unlimited bonuses. So, okay, so now I'm going to stop screen share. Stop share. So I hope that makes sense. Like, don't let eSuite overwhelm you or anything like that. It's something you can definitely learn as you go. And then as you grow in the business, you will also learn about some of the other reports that are in there. Okay, sorry, I have to go to my notes so that I stay on track. Okay, so now then, apps and websites that you guys should know about. Oh, okay, of course. Okay, so we're gonna go back to share screen. See, this is why I need notes. Just kidding. Okay. So the first website I'm going to show you guys. Okay. Why is it not doing the right one? Oh, that's why. Hold up. There we go. Okay. So this first website is myitworksproductcoach.com. So what this is awesome for, let's say you're talking to somebody and they say that they're super sensitive to caffeine and you want to know what products have caffeine in them. You can type in the search bar. Do not put sentences. The less words that you use, the better. So I can simply type in the word caffeine, click search, and it's going to bring up which products contain caffeine. It has like all these questions. It talks about like, gives you all this information. Another common thing, people are worried about gluten. So it brings up which products contain gluten, like anything like that, because people might have allergies or anything like that. Product Coach is an amazing, amazing tool that you should have in your back pocket. So, and then if you can even go to like each of the products, like right here is defining gel, and it has some common questions and answers. There's tons of information. Again, I only use this as often as I need to for specific things, but if you're a person that you want to read everything, this is like your holy Bible right here. But I can tell you, in the almost 4 years, I've never read this whole thing. I just go to it when I need it. Okay.
I was just going to say, I've had a lot of girls that have a lot of potential hold themselves back like for like 6 months because they're like, oh, I feel like I have to know everything before I jump in. And I'm like, no, the best way to learn is just to jump in and just start doing what everyone else is doing, posting and messaging and stuff. And then when people have questions, you guys can be like, it's okay for you guys to say, like, that's a really good question. I'll get right back to you. Like, they're not going to know whether you're driving or sleeping or whatever, dealing with a kid. And then just jump on Product Coach or ask your upliner in the group. That's the best way to learn.
Absolutely. So the next website is myitworksevents.com. So we're going to talk a little bit later about being plugged in. We do corporate, I don't know why there's drawing all over this and I don't know how to get rid of it. So excuse the marks that are being added to this. I don't know what's going on. So we have events going on all the time. Like Green Carpet was just a week ago. We have our big annual conference, February 1st through 3rd. And then we have other events around the country throughout the year. So we have like the It Works Boot Camp, leadership retreats. Where's the calendar that I'm looking for? I changed this up. They always change stuff up and then I don't know how to find stuff. Okay, let's see if I click here and it takes me to the calendar. No, it didn't. Sorry, guys. I just switched this stuff up. Usually there's a calendar that I can actually pull up. Where did it go? No, that's not it. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but normally that there's a calendar. Joy, do you know what happened to the One Team One Mission calendar?
I know that in the apps that we were going to talk about, it has all of those calendars on.
Okay,
so they took it off of there, and they're just giving you guys breakdowns probably of what those things are. And then also, if you guys go to your, oh, that's awesome. I just want to say something really, really fast. This website is freaking phenomenal. There's also a calendar on your actual website that like your customers go to.
Okay, perfect. So like we're in July now. So let's see here. So Toledo, Ohio has a they just had one. Okay, so July. So like there's Florida, St. Louis, Missouri, Louisiana. There's stuff all over the country. And what these one team, one mission events are is you're going to have triple diamonds and above pretty much doing a sample, like a party prad presentation where they go through like the business. You can take your strong potentials to these. I highly recommend. But then there's also trainings where you'll hear testimonies and you'll hear all these really great things about the business. So if you have one within, I would say 4 hours of your house, then I would figure out a way to make it happen and get there. There's just something about being surrounded by people who are going after the same goals. There's something about just being able to see what other people do. And I'm always like, I still go to these all the time. I'm fortunate enough, Phoenix is like a main hub. So there's always events going on here like every few months, and I'm always there for the fact that I'm learning new stuff, new lingo. Like some people might present the party pad this way, and I'm like, oh, I like how they explain that, or they'll share their testimonies or stuff like that. So I highly recommend getting to something like this. Just open up this calendar and see what's near you. There's always stuff being added. And then, yeah, if you notice that something's near you, post it in the team page and then tag your team and be like, hey, who wants to go to this with me? Because I promise you, there's people that are going to be able to go with you.
I was actually just going to make a side note, Angie, only because there's so many of my local people on this Zoom right now. I'm going with some of my diamond leaders to the Canada One Team One mission. I think it's in Victoria. And it's a drive. I mean, it's going to be all day. We might even spend the night, but it's so worth it because it's just amazing. Like every time I go to an event, I take off. I mean, conference that we went to, you should talk about conference too. Conference that we went to, I went diamond 40 days after conference. I mean, just getting around those like-minded people and, you know, just being able to talk to them and they're right in front of you. And it's just crazy. It really does something for your business. Not that you can't be successful online. You can. But I'm just saying it's definitely really good, especially for your new team members as well.
Did you just write that on there?
What?
Stay on track?
No.
Somebody just wrote that.
I don't know. This is all good information.
Okay. Nicole, you just raised your hand, so if it's question related to this, go ahead. Otherwise, hold off till the end. Okay, now Pinterest, like we have to use corporate approved pictures. And the reason for this is because, oh, I wish I could figure out how to get rid of the drawing on the screen. It's really driving me crazy. But we have to use corporate approved pictures because of different countries' regulations. So it's very, very important that you use only these corporate approved pictures. And this is, so the It Works Global Facebook page, like don't just search It Works Global into Pinterest, like that's not the way to do it. But on their actual Pinterest page, there is a results section right here. And you guys, there's hundreds of before and after pictures from a whole bunch of different products. So if you ever need something, please go ahead and just go right here. So the Pinterest page, I would like save that on your phone or something so you can easily get access to that. And then the last app that I'm going to show you, which is exclusive to our teams. So if you're watching this on recording and you're not on mine or Joy's team, I apologize. You don't have access to this. But Trello is a app and a website, and I've started putting together the sections, and like I'll do a full video on the things, but pretty much like this right here has like sample scripts and messages and like how to answer questions. Like if somebody's like, oh, I want to do it, but I'm just not a salesperson, then you can click on this and it gives an example of what to say in response to that, because most people's excuses are just simply a fear, and they want you to debunk that fear because they actually do want to do this. And this is just as a tool to help guide you and that sort of thing. And then Joy, do you want to quickly talk about It Works app and Wired app?
Yes. So I actually, if you're in our team page, Diamond Legends, I just posted instructions with screenshot pictures of how to download these apps. But there are a lot of like fake It Works apps out there. I don't know why these people aren't just putting that energy into something else. But the maker of the app that you want to look for is called Frag Mob. I know that's weird, but that's the correct It Works app. So that one you're going to download. Honestly, Angie, like I don't really use that app a lot except for quickly looking up what countries that we're in. I personally don't enroll through it because I've had it glitch a couple times. I like to enroll either through the same website that my customers use. I feel like it shows up quicker, or on eSuite, either of those. But you totally can, like, and it is really cool because, you know, if you're sitting there with someone that wants to enroll, you can just click on it and get it done. But it's awesome. It tells you what countries we're in. It has quick Twitter updates on the dashboard or on the newsfeed. I like dashboard. It's an option that tells you where you're at for the month. Like I just clicked on it a few minutes ago. It tells me how many distributors I have, how many loyal customers are ordering. It tells me where my volume, your volume is your sales. And then it also tells me my PBV, which is nice to keep track of if you're not going to, you know, be able to run your auto shipment that month. It'll also, if you scroll down, it'll tell you, you know, your first goal is to get your 4 loyal customers. That gets you your shopping spree. It'll make you fast start bonus qualified, which means that you can earn your bonuses. And it gets you go bonus qualified. Those are those $10,000 plus bonuses at diamond and above level. So you want to get your first 4 customers like immediately. You have 30 days, but don't wait 30 days. I would do it in like your first 2 weeks. It'll keep track for you. It'll like what she just said, the little check marks. So that's really cool. And then the Wired app, that one is amazing. I honestly, you guys, like I was like, oh, another app, like whatever. And you guys, it has been a game changer because, you know, the team pages are awesome, and I'm in there multiple times a day checking updates and, you know, if anything's happening, if my upline tagged me in anything, to stay plugged in. But the Wired app, we're going to get into customers right towards the end. And Alexis, and I know that you messaged me, and I will also respond to you on Messenger after this. Anyways, you guys, the Wired app is the bomb. Like it has all those local events that are coming up soon, and any other events. So if you have team members in Arizona, like I can be like, oh, there's a One Team One Mission Arizona, and get one of my girls plugged in. It will give you notifications. That's what I love about the Wired app. It gives you notifications. It'll say like 1, 2, 3 or whatever, so you know that you need to go click on it. And that's what I wish our team pages did, like go click on this. And it'll tell you when Cammie Dempsey, who is Mark Pentecost's daughter, she actually used to be a Black Diamond, and they begged her to come over onto the corporate side because she's so knowledgeable. So she does trainings all the time. You've probably seen her live videos. So I would definitely go click follow on her Facebook, Cammie Dempsey. She is on the Wired app doing every month. She'll do a training for emerging leaders, new distributors, anyone that wants to earn those $200 fast start. She does little short clip videos. That's on the Wired app. And then also when you're on the app, I think I posted the screenshots in Diamond Legends, but you can click on in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, Wired, you're going to log in the same credentials as eSuite. So it's the same credentials. And then you can look at the newsfeed, but then in the upper right-hand corner, there's this little trophy. And if you click on the little trophy and then click on the bottom where it says bonuses, it'll tell you, or you might have to click on bonuses and the trophy. It's one of those. It'll tell you your countdown of how close you are to your $10,000 bonus. Or if you get off the Go Fast track and you get onto the Go track, then your 5,000 bonus, etc. So I love that part of the app as well. Angie, were you going to get into the My It Works pay?
I wasn't going to discuss that today because most people don't even have access to that till they get their first paycheck. So I figured that would be something we could discuss another day because we have so much stuff to go over.
Okay.
And we're already going longer than I expected. Okay. So next thing is personal development and plugging in. Like we already talked about events, like plugging in is something that you should definitely be doing. Our family call, so every Sunday night at 9 p.m. No, yeah, 9 p.m. Eastern is the family call. This is where they'll make announcements, they'll do an overview of what's been going on for the week, just some quick tidbits about the business. It's usually 15 to 20 minutes long. It's usually not that long. So that's something to tune in on Sunday nights. You can always get the information from the Wired app, or you can get the call information from Mark Pentecost will post about it, Pam Souter will post about it. And then on Monday nights is the Show Me the Money call. And this could take up to an hour. And it is where they interview up and coming leaders or top leaders, and these people will give their story. They'll talk about like what is working in their business, what isn't working. They'll give some tips and different things like that. So those are really awesome to plug into, because you might hear about a person that is a college student or a single mom, and you're like, oh man, it was exactly where I am at right now. And it just like, it helps you see where you can go in this business, and then also gives you tips on how to make it happen. And then as a team, I started listening. I say listening because I do audiobooks versus reading books. I started listening to this last month, and it's been a complete game changer in my mindset. Personal development is so key in this business, because you don't have a normal boss that is telling you like, okay, you need to do this, this, and this today. You are your own accountability. It is up to you to wake up in the morning and say, I am going to accomplish this. I am going to do this. And as you grow, you need to have your mindset grow with you. So there's this book called Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. And we are going to create a thread in Diamond Legends where you guys can post your aha moments. And then on our weekly team Zooms, we'll probably bring up like, hey, what did you like? I really like this part of the book. So I strongly suggest that book. In Trello, there is a section of other personal development books that we would recommend if you're looking for a list of what to listen to or what to read. Team Zooms, like you guys are on here right now, which is phenomenal. I appreciate it. Typically, they're only an hour long. I apologize. This one has a ton of information, so it is going over our normal hour. And then, but definitely plug into those. We usually record, but we're not always going to record. And then they'll be available on my YouTube channel afterwards, which my YouTube channel is just my name, Angie Normand. Super simple to find. And then the team page. Don't get overwhelmed by scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Just try to check into the team page like when you first wake up, and then maybe at night, like 1 to 2, maybe 3 times a day, just to see if there's any new trainings that we've posted about, like giving you a heads up, like add this to your schedule, or any new announcements that we found out about or anything like that. So definitely keep plugged in, and also utilize that to ask questions and stuff like that. And that sort
Angie,
of.
can I say something about that really, really fast?
Yes.
You guys, if you're brand new and you're not used to like Facebook groups and stuff like that, especially if you're not my person enrolled, like I'm only adding my person enrolled to Diamond Legends and Dream Bigger right now. So if you were added to the It Works Better Together page, that page is amazing for like if you need a question answered really fast and you can't reach your upline or something, or it wasn't answered in another page. However, really the only thing that I pay attention in there too is Rhonda Hartman. So she's our top ambassador. But everything else, like I shout out girls and stuff in there, but it's a very busy page. And so don't let that page overwhelm you if you're in there. I know Diamond Legends too, you could even be possibly getting, notifications from that. But you can actually go into your notification settings. And I don't suggest turning your notifications off. What you want to do is notify me when friends posts. That's what you want. Notify me when friends post. That way you're not getting a notification every time any distributor posts in that group on Diamond Legends, and that way you're not so overwhelmed. I also suggest taking 10 minutes every day. I do it at night. You can do it whenever. And just scrolling through not your page, do the page, but the notifications on your Facebook app, and look and see if your upline tagged you in something. If they tagged you in something, it's because out of everything else, they thought that was the most important thing that you need to know. They're going to know your journey better than anybody, and they're going to know what's going to help you. So if you see your upline tagging you, don't ignore it. Just quickly click on that notification, You know, it is okay to be selective. Don't let those groups overwhelm you. But your uplines are putting in a lot of work to make sure that we're getting you the correct information for where you're at in your journey. And so that's how we're going to be doing it, is by tagging you.
Perfect. Okay. So we're going to do one last, Joy, do you still want to do the verbiage? And then we're going to go straight into the loyal customer training, because that's the main reason why everyone is on here, because we want you guys to be able to earn your shopping sprees and get those first customers and really start growing your business.
Yes. So are you talking about the abbreviations?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you were doing that. Okay. The abbreviations are, if you see these things, if you're taking notes, you can just write this down. And again, if you guys forget or anything, it's totally fine. But CQ means commission qualified. So that's what I talked about earlier. You're going to want to get commission qualified either by $150 in sales. That's seriously like 1.5 orders, like not hard, and you have a whole month to do it. Or 80 BV auto. So that's CQ. PBV is personal business volume. Now, we don't have time to get into charting today. Charting is when you are working on hitting a rank in the company. These are on your eSuite under the document library. Just have to quickly show you. Like, this is a Ruby chart. We're not going to get into the charts right now, but you can look at the charts on your eSuite under the document library if you want to, or talk to your upline or find some YouTube videos. But that's how you're going to go up in rank in the company. Anyway, so PBV just means that that's your personal business volume. That is your loyal customers that you went and got and kept and earned, and you didn't move it to your downline. So again, we're not charting right now, but the company does give us the option to move loyal customers and distributors to our downline. If we're really close to a goal and we need to hit it and our downline isn't hitting it fast enough, then we can do it. So we'll get into that later. But basically, if you ever do move something to your downline volume-wise, it takes it away from your PBV, your personal volume, and it turns it into GB, which is your group volume. So you'll still get paid pretty much the same. But if you're trying to be commission qualified by PBV, then you're not going to want to do that. You're going to want to keep your loyal customers until you're at 150. GV is your group volume. So obviously your GV is going to go way higher than your PBV. My PBV every month is only like 60 because I don't keep anything. I move everything down to my downline to hit my goal and go up in the company. But GV is going to be like your team sales. So anybody below you and anyone below them and anyone below them and infinity down, any sales that they're getting or auto ships they're running, etc., that's going to affect your GV. What other abbreviations did you want? Oh, LC is loyal customer. DT is distributor. What do you have any other ones?
FSQ and W.
Oh yeah. WR is wrap rewards, and Angie will touch on that in a second when she talks about the loyal customers in your guys' shopping spree, because that's something really cool too. You get to earn wrap rewards, free wraps, whoop. And so that's WR, just means wrap rewards. And then maybe she can also tell you how to cash those out too. And then what was the other one you just said? FSQ is fast start qualified, and that means that you are now qualified to earn fast start bonuses. And I think that Angie's about to get into that.
Yes.
Okay.
So now the nitty gritty of all of this. So like, I understand like some of that stuff you're like, oh, this is a lot of information. Just know that that's just like the nuts and bolts. And now we're going to get into the potatoes of actually growing the business here.
That's the fun part, because that makes you the money.
Yes. And we're all in this to make some money. Trying to figure out. Okay. Make sure that you guys are muted, please. Okay. So first things first, we have, like, once you get your kit, you're going to get some catalogs. It's going to show you like all the products that we carry. Yesterday, I went live in Diamond Legends and had you guys put the video in the comments from Ashley Hughes, who goes over every single one of the products and gives like a 2-second description of like, defining gel, this works really good on blah, 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 blah. And I hope you guys had a pen and paper as you were listening to that. And you were like, oh, my Aunt Sally would really like this, or my cousin would like this, or my best friend, or my neighbor, or...
I can listen to it because she's just going to send it to me. And
you guys make sure that you're muted, please.
That was me.
Okay, I think I found the person. Okay, cool. Okay, so you guys are wondering, like, okay, now that I have these people like listed, how am I going to reach out to them? How am I going to let them know what I have to offer? How am I going to get them to sign up? And all that fun stuff. And that's what we're going to go over. I made notes. Okay, so yesterday I explained the hundreds list. Start with your chicken noodle soup list, the people that you would call if you were sick, the people that you would call if you found out that you were engaged or you were pregnant or anything like that. Those are the people that you're super close to. And I know sometimes you might in your head be like, well, I don't want to contact friends and family at first. Like, I don't want to be salesy. But here's the thing is that those people are going to give you their honest opinion. And they're also going to be the ones most ready to help you and want to support you. Now, this doesn't always happen, and I will flat out tell you, my family is probably the most unsupportive in this business. I finally like made my mom become a customer, and she completed the 3 months and then she was done. Otherwise, I have family constantly bashing me. I don't care because this is how I take care of my babies, and I will do whatever I need to do. That being said, I know other families have great support systems, and I'm so jealous of you. But just message them. And here's an example of what I would message. I would say something like, hey, Aunt Sally, I just started with a new company called It Works. Have you ever tried any of their products before? Or have you ever heard of that crazy wrap thing? Or have you ever tried a skinny wrap? Start that conversation. All you're doing is asking a question. And they're either, and like if you normally talk on the phone with them, make this a phone call. Like be personal with this. And then once they answer, like let's say you say, have you ever tried any of their products before? They're going to be like, no, what is it? And then you can say, you know what? I was looking through everything, and I know how much your needs are always bothering you. And we have this awesome product called Relief that's really great for joint pain. Would you be willing to give me some honest feedback and try it out for 3 months so that I can get my own personal testimonies? And then that's it. And you ask the question, is this something that you would be willing to do for me? And then they're going to either say, yes, I would love to. They're going to say, you know what, I would love to, but I just don't have the extra money. There's all these different responses, and that's where on the group page or even like private messaging, we can help you with those excuses. The Trello app that you guys are going to get added to, that will also be there. But just create that conversation and make it personal to them. Like, don't assume like, hey, do you want to try this wrap? Because not everyone wants the wrap. I don't know why, because the wrap's amazing, but not everybody wants the wrap. And make it about them, and make it about their goals, make it about how you can help them achieve what they're going after. And that goes into what I want to go into that too, is like, let's say you do make a post and somebody's like, oh man, I want to try these wraps. Before I close the deal with wraps, I always go ask the question, I would love to help you, but first let me ask, what goals are you trying to achieve? Because a huge misconception, because people see these before and afters where bellies are big and then they shrink down, is that the wraps are a weight loss thing, and they're not. They're actually a skin tightening tool. And if they say, oh, I want to lose 40 pounds, you can be like, you know what? I want to make sure that you achieve your goal. So let me recommend some different products that will better help you achieve that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
Oh, hey, Angie. Just so everyone knows, Angie and I are going to start doing like a product spotlight. We'll probably do 2 a week, every single week in the team page. And it'll just be a post. It'll just be a post like product spotlight of the week. And I think we're going to be posting those on Wednesdays. But yeah, I'm super excited for that, because that's where you guys are going to be able to kind of, you know, you can do your own investigating as well. But you know, we've been in for a while. We've done a lot of wrap parties. We've met with a lot of people. We've answered a lot of questions, and we have found, you know, certain products can help with blah, 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 blah. So we'll be doing that every week as well.
Yes, definitely. And like this actually reminded me, there was a section that I skipped. So there's 3 ways that you can build this business, and it's totally up to you the way or ways that you want to do it. I personally have built this business primarily through Facebook. I know too much more information about Facebook sometimes, but this is how I built my business. This is how I grow my network. If you go to my YouTube channel, we just did a training a couple weeks ago explaining exactly what I do, from how I post, what I do post, what I don't post, everything in there. So I'm not going to go into big detail about that right here, because you can go ahead and go watch that. I also did another training with my friend Shiree, who's amazing at Instagram. So if you're an Instagram person and you would rather grow your business on Instagram, I would highly suggest to go and watch that one for her tips and tricks and that sort of thing. And then the third most common way, like these are the most common ways, is belly to belly, which Joy is amazing at. And what we mean by belly to belly is in your kit, you are going to get, I have them in here. You're going to get Blitz cards. This is a man's one, but you're going to get the women's Blitz cards. This is our coupon. These are ones I haven't labeled yet, but you can put your information here, and you can hand these out person to person, like when you're out meeting people. And then something I do recommend really quickly is take one of them and get it laminated, either buy laminated paper at Walmart or just take it to like Office Max or Office Depot, and they'll do it for like $1 or something. And it says, ask me, and this hangs from my purse, and I've had people approach me. I'm actually talking with a potential husband-wife distributor team, and it's because he saw the Splits card, and then we're going to be talking and hopefully getting them all signed up later this week. So belly to belly is like when you're out at the grocery store or the restaurant, and you're just letting people know what you do by creating conversation. We are going to Wednesday night do a full-on training on that with Joy, so she can fully go into that. And then along with that is, if you want to, like, we're not a party-based business, but if you want to do parties, we can do parties. And Joy's going to go on Wednesday's training fully into that and how we do that sort of thing. So I just wanted to let you know there's 3 different ways. If you're not a social media person and you'd rather be out there in person, totally doable. Joy got to Triple Diamond almost solely by doing it belly to belly. And for me, with having kids and everything, I preferred to be behind the computer screen and build through Facebook. I know top leaders that have gotten to the top doing all 3 different ways. So it's totally up to you. Okay. Yep, somebody unmuted. Okay. Sorry, I have to figure out who unmuted real quick. Mia, did you have a question?
Yes, I was wondering, where is the training going to be? Is it going to be on the team page? Because some of us have not, completed tasks to get on the team page yet.
Okay, so all trainings will be in a Zoom like this is, because some of you guys have full-time jobs or stuff like that. And so we understand that not everyone has the same availability. So we always do them on Zoom so that we can record them.
Okay, awesome.
And if you guys are in Brianna Swindle's downline, because I know I invited some of her downline onto this, I'm pretty good about posting when Angie and I do our Zooms in her page as well, which is the Dream Bigger. If you are in Angie or I's downlines and you're not in Diamond Legends, you just need to reach out to us so that we can make sure to add you so that you have access to everything we're talking about.
Yes, please do. Okay, so we went over like the initial message, and that message send to people that you have a rapport with, people that either are friends and family or a neighbor or people that will recognize your name if you were to send them a message, and it wouldn't be totally weird. We do not do cold messaging. You do not send a request friend request to somebody, and then 2 minutes later send them a message like, hey, have you ever tried this before? I'd love to help you out. No, we are in a relationship business, and you need to create those relationships before you start messaging people. So initially, the people that you're going to be messaging and reaching out to are people that you have already been Facebook friends with for a while. You're commenting and liking on their posts and that sort of thing. And in the Facebook training that I did, I go more into depth with that. So now some of you are like, okay, I've messaged all those people. Now what do I do? So as you're building those new relationships, you can reach out to people. Another sample message is, hey, Sally, I just had one spot come available for my 90-day hair challenge. I would love to have you as my hair model. Would you be interested in snagging the last spot? And now with this, you would be once or twice a day posting hair, skin, nails before and after results. You would be doing people's testimonies or just posting a picture of somebody with really long hair talking about like how you're so excited to get your hair that long by the end of the summer or by the end of the year, whatever, and that sort of thing. Like in Diamond Legends, I posted today like the do's and don'ts of posting. So you don't want to look like a sales ad. So do posts where you're talking about your goals and what you're excited about and that sort of thing. I saw somebody raise their hand. Does somebody have a question?
That was me.
Okay.
Well, and then you kind of said it though. So when you were talking about social media, Facebook, getting those customers and stuff, like I do a lot of getting customers and distributors through social media now. I built belly to belly in the beginning, and now I only do about 10% belly to belly because I got a belly because I'm so busy. Anyways, but Angie did do an amazing Facebook training. I mean, it was a little bit longer than our normal ones, but I mean, it was so thorough, you guys, and in depth and like showing you what to do. And not like you need to know crazy stuff to be successful in social media. Like half the stuff she told me, I didn't even know about, and I'm a triple diamond. So it's amazing. But that consistency on social media, people are watching you. And I just had a huge handful of girls that have been following me for over 2 years. I mean, you're always going to need loyals. You're always going to need distributors, whether it's now, tomorrow, your 30th day, or 10 years from now. Like if you're a lifer and you're going to work this business for that extra income, you're always going to need that. And so consistency on social media is going to be huge for you, so that your followers will reach out to you when it's their time. Obviously you want to follow up with people too and not just wait for them to reach out to you. But she gets into all of that, you guys, on how to do it and what to say and things like that. Is that on your YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay. After this Zoom is over, you guys, I am going to post a thread of my favorite videos, just one for each thing. So in Diamond Legends, and I'll make sure to post Angie's video recording of how to work Facebook as well.
Cool. Okay, so now I know some of you guys are like, well, all this messaging, like, is this all we do to get our customers? And no, so it's a combination of multiple things. Like Joy had talked about earlier, like if you are able to order products and become a product of the product, like that's going to be the biggest thing to help you. If you can't do it right away, I totally understand it. In the beginning, like I didn't have a lot of money to invest into this business. So I am like full on, like, I do not want you spending money that you don't have. I do not want you going into debt, because you can make this business happen without doing that. So
we want you guys making money, not spending money, unless you really want some gear and you guys can afford it.
Exactly. So being a product of the product is an amazing way to become loyal or to get people to become customers, is because you can share your own results, or even like just taking pictures of like you holding up a bottle, and like being excited about like what it's going to do for you. Like ThermoFit I always use before I go to the gym, and usually at least once a week I make some sort of post related to the ThermoFit and how it helps me out at the gym. If you aren't able to order products yet, but you have like this list like, oh my gosh, as soon as I order, I know for a fact I am going to order the hair, skin, nails because I want to grow my hair out. then make a post saying, I am so excited to get my hair, skin, nails because I have been wanting to grow my hair out so long. Who else wants to grow out their hair with me? And then people can comment. And you guys, anytime you make some sort of post and a person likes or comments on that post, that's the green light that you can approach them and just say, hey, I would love to give you more information about the hair, skin, nails. What would you like, or can I give you more information or something like that? And then either they're going to say, yeah, I really am interested, and they'll ask specific questions and only answer the question that they ask. This is something I totally screwed up on in the beginning. I remember my first inquiry about the wraps, and somebody asked me like, oh, well, what do the wraps do? Like, and I gave them every scientific thing that I could find. And it was seriously like, you had to scroll and scroll. It was like 20 paragraphs. Guess what? That girl never ordered from me, and I never heard from her again, despite following up. So
Can I tell them what I say?
yeah.
So when someone, so you guys, the best habit you guys could get into is take like 20 minutes every evening, especially if you guys were posting during the day, but you got your babies and your work and whatever else that you're doing. And what I do is I take 20 minutes every day before I go to bed. Usually I'm laying in bed, and I scroll back on my social media and I look at anyone that liked or commented, who liked and commented on those posts. Sometimes it's at Works Distributors, that's okay. They're just trying to support you if they're excited with you. But if, let's say it's Kim, and Kim and I never talked about hair, skin, and nails, and she liked it. Most people, they won't comment on it because they don't know what they're getting into. So the best way, this is actually how I signed probably a good 10 new distributors off of that sale, was by messaging people that had liked it. But, let's just say it's hair, skin, and nails. You can message them and be like, hey, girl, thanks for the love on my post. I always say that. Hey, girl, thanks for the love on my post. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited for you. Always make it about them. I'm so excited for you that you're interested in the hair, skin, and nails. I think you're absolutely gorgeous. I love following you, and I would love to get you started as a hair model. You can even use my discount for 90 days as long as you send me progress photos or a verbal, I love the hair, skin, like a review or something. I just give them both options because some people, they don't want their photos used or, sent. And you can use that verbiage, you guys, for anything that somebody likes on, even the business. Hey, girl, thanks for loving my post. I'm so excited that you want to make some money with me in this business. What questions can I answer for you? I'd love to get you started. Just super simple. The best 3 tips that I have for any kind of messaging or posting or even answering people, like Angie said, only answer the questions that they ask because so you don't word vomit, is to be simple, be super simple, super excited, and urgent. And urgent is like, I've only got 4 spots left. I'm getting some girls started right now for hair, skin, and nails. I would love to get you started too. If you want to shoot over your information, I'll get this going for you. That's literally all that I say. And if they have the money, it seals the deal every single time. And then they're like, what info do you need? And I ask them, and they send it, and I sign them up. So that's what I do.
Yes, exactly. My general rule is my responses typically, not always, but typically are 2 to 3 sentences if I can make it happen. Like, that's my goal, is 2 to 3 sentences, because after that, people stop reading. We are in a fast-paced world, and we don't have time to, like, I do audio books so that I can listen to my books while I'm driving the kids to cheer practice.
Unless you're one of Angie and I's leaders, and then we blow you up all day long.
All right. Okay. Some other tips for creating those loyal customer leads, and because some of you guys are like, well, I don't have anybody commenting or liking on my post, or I don't know like who to reach out to or who not to reach out to. Like Joyce said, we're going to start doing a product spotlight a couple days a week. You can start doing that on your own personal timeline to where you say, okay, on Monday, I'm going to focus on the hair, skin, and nails. And your 2 product posts are about the hair, skin, and nails. You can do that for the whole week. I've heard of people doing like 2 products a week but they go every other day. So like Monday would be hair, skin, nails. Tuesday would be the system. Wednesday would be hair, skin, nails. And you go back and forth. Because here's the thing is, as a human being, and this goes for anything you ever buy, it takes the average person 7 to 21 exposures before they decide that they absolutely must have it, and spending money on that thing is a priority. I promise you, when people say, typically, like, there is a percentage of, like, people really want it and they just don't have the money, but typically when people say, I just don't have the money, it's more, I don't have that as a higher priority than all these other things that I'm going to spend money on. So by posting exciting testimonies, by posting before and after pictures, by posting about your own testimony over and over and over again, you're getting those exposures to those people, and then they're eventually going to do it. Perfect example was that, what's that pot that everyone just bought? The one where it cooks food in like 30 minutes from Frozen.
I have one. I bought it. I was so excited. It's called an Instapot.
Yes, that's what it's called. I'm like almost there. I'm intrigued, and I'm still, part of me is like, I don't know if I would really use it. But
I bought it a year ago. It's still in the box.
Okay, that's funny. But that's the thing, you guys. Just remember, like, people you have to give people time. And think about it this way. How long did it take you to either join this business, or if you were a customer before you joined the business, how long did you watch the person you ordered from post and post and post before you initially made the investment and made that purchase? So it's the exact same way. People need time, and that's why the more people you talk to and you expose every single day, it just starts snowballing. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I've got this person and this person and this person. See, I have yes, La Brea, 2+ years, exactly. Like, everybody is on their own timeline. Everybody has their own things that are going on. So don't get discouraged because this person says, oh, yeah, maybe, but just not right now. Because guess what? Their time will come, and you just have to keep sticking with it and keep exposing new people. Third, use products in person. So, like, this is really great for belly to belly. If you guys have a full-time job, like, use that to your advantage. We have the essential bars, which I absolutely love. I spent a little too much money because they were on sale last month, and I love them, and they were 50% off, so I got a whole bunch. But eat these at work. Eat them on your snacks, because people will ask, like, oh, what is that? And then you can tell them about it. Greens, have it in a clear, oh, I just threw one away because I was finished. Mix it up in a clear bottle, because then you're going to have this green drink and people are going to be like, what are you drinking? And it's going to create that conversation for you without you having to be the person like, oh my gosh, you need to try this. It's so amazing. Let them start that conversation for you. Our energy drinks, another thing that you can be drinking while you're out and about, while you're at work. Throw a wrap on while you're at work. Anything like that. You can get the Greens Chews and put them in a little candy dish on your desk. Like, there's so many ways for you to put the products that we have to offer out there and let people come to you.
Take the mini defining gel that comes in your kit and pop it in your purse. I put it on my dry skin, or I'll put like a little bit on and, you know, whatever. And then people will smell it and see it, or you can just have it if you're talking about it on hand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you brought up the mini defining gels, because I've even heard of, like, doctors' offices are having to constantly wash their hands. So I've heard of people actually putting the bottle next to the sink so that everyone can use it, and then they realize how hydrating it is, and then it exposes them and they get to, like, use it personally.
Yeah, my massage therapist is a network distributor, which sucks because I totally wanted to do that. And she has her office set up in, or her place to massage in a chiropractor clinic. And they have to wash all the time as well. And her defining gel, she put a big fat label with her information on the front of it. And I liked that.
That's very smart. That's super smart. Next thing is be a good listener, whether you're on social media or you're out and about in person. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Let's say that you are sitting at your kid's football practice or soccer practice or baseball or whatever, and there's a mom a couple rows down, like she's talking and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so exhausted. I just, like, I'm not able to get really good sleep. I don't know, like, I need to figure something out. Without being a salesy person, you can say, hey, have you ever heard, like, tried a product called Newbie before? Like, it's really amazing for sleep. And this is where if you have your own testimony on what it did for your own sleep, you can say, yeah, that's what I use because it's helped me so much with my sleep and I sleep so much better now. And you're not saying like, oh, I sell this, buy from me. And then it will start that conversation. And then if they're like, oh, where do I get it? Oh, you can just get it from this website. And if you do their loyal customer program, or if you do the loyal customer program, you'll get 40% off. And just create that conversation. Now on Facebook, pay attention to what people are posting. People are constantly complaining about like, oh my gosh, these kids are driving me crazy, or oh, I just chopped off my hair and I already regret it. Like my hair, I want my hair to grow out. Those are people that you can reach out to and just say, hey, I saw your post. And I think I have a solution for you. Would you be interested in hearing about it? And just approach it that way and offer that olive branch. And then if they respond like, yeah, what do you got? And then you can tell them like, hey, I know of this. I have this product called blah, blah, blah. And this is what it helps with. Would you be interested in trying it out? And then you continue the conversation and you go back and forth like a ping pong match. Let's see here. I'm making sure I haven't missed anything in the comments.
I wanted to say something. I raised my hand, but I'll just start talking.
Oh, sorry.
So no, you're fine. So what she was just saying with your testimony, I did want to say, because this is a newbie Zoom and you guys, you know, a lot of you guys barely even have that money to get started and you haven't had a chance to order anything yet. Definitely, I suggest using at least one of the wraps in your kit. They're the new Black Label wraps. They're 2 times more potent, you guys. You guys can tell that to your potentials too. Like, these are the new wraps. They're twice as potent. So what one wrap is doing used to take, 2 to 3 wraps to do. And, obviously you're going to want to drink water and all that stuff. So your upline can help you with that. But use a wrap so that you guys have that, excitement. Oh my gosh, I just used it. I like to use it when I first started. I used it right here on my arms because this is a much thinner fat than like your stomach is a much thicker fat. So it takes longer and more wraps to get results right away. But I did a before and after, and my before and after went viral, you guys. It was one wrap for 45 minutes. I'll actually, I can't post it on the team page. Back then, we didn't used to have corporate approved photos, but it's not corporate approved yet. So anyways, that they won't approve it so far. It looks photoshopped. Like, that's how good it is. It's seriously like this much of my arm was gone. Like, but anyways, you guys, use the defining gel, use the wraps that come in your kit, get your shopping spree, get your 4 customers as fast as possible so you get some products in your hand. But what I wanted to really, like, 2 seconds say is your testimony versus, like, the team's testimony. You guys, it is okay to post things like, oh my gosh, look at, look at Joy, look at her butt, it's so big. I'm just kidding. You guys can use other people's testimonies and put a story behind it. Angie's really good at posting that kind of stuff, and we'll start sharing. Maybe when we do our product spotlight of the week, Angie, we can start doing a story of the week too, because it's totally okay for you guys to post somebody else's before and after and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for Jen. She lost 45 pounds. This is one of our customers. Blah, 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 blah. Until you guys get your own testimony and your own experience with this, it is okay to do that. So I just wanted to put that out there so if they feel like they have something they can get started with right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so a couple other notes that I have. Never, when you're talking with people, never use the word commitment or auto ship. It's completely psychological. Like, when people hear the word auto ship or commitment, they get freaked out. And they automatically put up this wall and they don't want to talk to you anymore. Instead, reword it, and like, we'll have the wordings for you guys. So when people ask like, what is a loyal customer? And I'm like, oh, all you do is you try a product once a month for 3 months and I give you my wholesale discount. That's it. It's saying the exact same thing. It's talking about how you order for 3 months in a row. It talks about the discount, but you're not using the word commitment or auto ship because it's just a psychological thing.
Or you can say 90-day challenge, hair model. You could be like, cleanse challenge, because 90 days is the 3 months without having to say loyal customer or auto shipment.
Yeah.
And I just tell people, you'll get my discount for being a product tester, but you're also in charge of it. You don't have to stick with it. If you use the cleanse 1 month and you got great results, but the next month you kind of want greens, like, you're in control and you can switch it up. You just have to take a 90-day challenge. You get my discount during that challenge. And then after that 3 months, you can keep going, or you.
Are you still there? Did you just disappear? I wonder if her phone died. Okay, her phone must have died or something because she's gone. Joy. Okay, yeah, something happened with her phone. Okay, so wholesale customer is another way to put it. And then, so I want to like specifically, because some of you guys are like, well, what is a loyal customer? Like, what does that mean? So a loyal customer, also a wholesale customer, all it simply is that they order one product a month for 3 months. It can be the exact same product all 3 months. So like we're in July now. So they could order the wraps for July, August, and September. After that, they get the wholesale pricing for life. They can continue to order because there's amazing perks to continue to order. If they continue ordering for 6 months, they get a $50 shopping spree. If they continue ordering for 12 months, they get a $150 shopping spree. That extra information I never tell my customers till they're almost to that point. And then, or they can change it up. So July, they can order greens. August, they can order defining gel. In September, they can order probiotic. They have complete control. Now, this is very important for you guys for your shopping spree. For your 4 qualified loyal customers to make that happen, they all have to be at different, they cannot be in the same address. So it can't be your husband that lives in your same house. It can't be your mom and your dad who share an address. It has to be 4 different addresses. And this makes it to where everyone has the same fair fighting chance, because otherwise everyone would go to their friend's house or to their uncle and be like, okay, I need aunt, uncle, and my 2 cousins to all order, and then I have my 4. So they want it divided up. So that's key number 1. And then key number 2 is it has to be a minimum of 25 BV, which 95% of our products are that. Our oils are less than 25, so those are, I'm pretty sure those are the only ones that don't qualify. But Fat Fighters are 25, Confianza is 25. There's plenty of products for people to try out for that minimum. And if they order something underneath of that, that's totally awesome. You're still going to get commissions off of it. It's just not going to be one of the qualified loyal customers to go towards your 4 for your shopping spree, and your 2 to become Fast Start qualified so that you can start earning those Fast Start bonuses. Okay. Trying to think. Okay, I'm going to open it up to question, or here, I'm going to go ahead, and another question I get all the time is, how do I sign somebody up? So I'm going to actually walk you through the website so that you know exactly what to do. So I'm going to screen share, and I'm just going to go to my website. Okay, so if you have somebody that is wanting to become a customer, you can either send them to your website. Anytime I go to close the deal and somebody says, yeah, I want to order, I always say, awesome, would you like me to walk you through the website, or I can take your information? It gives them the option. Sometimes people are just too busy and they'd rather just hand all their information over because it's a lot simpler, or they feel more secure by going to the website. Either way is totally okay. So if they go to the website, or if you're doing it for them, you're going to click on shop. And then we have all of these products. So let's say they wanted to order the system. So that's under packs. You're going to go down here, or no, it's not under packs, it's under results. Sorry. Okay, so the system is right here. I'm simply going to add it to the cart. If you want to continue shopping and add stuff, you're going to click this right here. and then you're gonna, there's 2 ways to check out. If they want to use PayPal, then you're gonna do checkout with PayPal. Otherwise, you're gonna click checkout. And right here, there's 2 options right here for becoming a loyal customer. In my almost 4 years of doing this, I have only had, I wanna say 3 people enroll as a retail customer, which means that they pay the full price. Everyone else has always been a loyal customer. Now the 2 options is, I already explained the 3 months. There is a second option. I've had 1 person in 4 years do it this way, is they can pay a $50 membership fee, and that makes them a loyal customer. They don't have to do the monthly orders if they don't want to. But here's my thing. Anytime somebody does say like, hey, I just want to pay the $50, I explain to them, like, you can get Fat Fighters for 2 months in a row for, like, let's say they're going to order wraps and they just want to pay the $50 fee. I will tell them, I'm like, why don't we instead have you order Confianza or Fat Fighters for August and September, because, oh, excuse me, they're $25, and you would actually get a product for the money that you're going to spend for the membership fee that you would pay. So typically that works. I've had 1 person say, nope, I just want to pay the fee. That's totally cool. That's prerogative. But so for the loyal customer with the monthly orders, you're just going to click here on Join Now on the top one, and then you're going to put in all of this information. So it's got your name, their with password. If I'm doing it for them, I just put something in and then I show them how that they can change that. Or they can do their own password, email, phone, and address. Shipping and billing address must be the same. If they are not the same, then message us so we can help you on submitting a support ticket so that you can do this. Once you've been in the business for 30 days, they just announced this like this last week, which is so exciting. Once you've been in the business for 30 days, then you can start enrolling people with separate billing and shipping addresses. We just have a very high secure system. So it's probably going to yell at me. So then it goes on to shipping method. It has nothing here because I didn't put in an address. We have distribution centers all over the world. We have one right here in Avondale, Arizona. We have them, I think there's one in Texas or Oklahoma. There's one up north. There's a couple on the East Coast. So shipping, I've gotten packages within 2 days, and then sometimes it might take a week. It just depends on the shipping method. And then the payment information, totally secure, credit or PayPal. And then right before you submit, it'll have a final review that has all their information so you can double check that everything's correct. It will have the amount, the taxes, the shipping, and then you just hit submit order, and then it will give you a customer ID number. I'm almost done, buddy, okay? Okay, so now that I showed you that, I'm gonna go ahead and open it up for any questions. Feel free to put them in the chat or raise your hand and unmute yourself. But I wanna make sure you guys are fully understanding like how to get customers, how to enroll them, and anything like that. So I'm an open book, and go right ahead. Okay, nope. Well, I guess we did pretty good. There's no questions. Everyone's good. Is there anyone on here that's already a leader that you can think of something that maybe Joy or myself forgot, especially pertaining to like loyal customer or anything like that that we might have forgotten? Thank you, La Brea. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry. If I butcher your guys' names, I apologize in advance. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going, let's see here. Perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and start.